our government seems to have a particular stance, like when it comes to cattle. They tell us that they're emitting too many greenhouse gases in the form of methane, and that the cows contribute to global climate change. This is a ridiculous, bald-faced lie. I think it's an example of pushing a narrative that gives the governments the power over our own livestock production. So basically, farmers getting penalized for growing their herds. So if each cow comes with an additional $700 fee, then that's strongly going to disincentivize you from getting more cattle, growing your cattle herd. And what do these fewer cattle herds mean? So obviously there's going to be less grass-fed beef in the food supply. And grass-fed beef, the studies have been done, is better than the store-bought, than the grain-fed cattle. But what else is lost by removing these grazing cattle from the land? These herbivores, they perform a very vital function in an ecosystem. So the cows eat the grasses before they go to seed, ideally, and they restart the growth of the grass again, kind of like a lawnmower, basically. They cut it down low. Now, why is this important? In response to the loss of grass from above, the roots will shed material into the soil. So these shed roots provide food and habitat for soil microorganisms, and it increases the soil fertility and carbon content in the soil. So this in turn, that's going to provide more structure to the soil in the form of fungi, and it increases the capacity of the soil to store water. So if done properly, you can rotate your cattle through your pastures in such a way as to maximize the food for the cattle, in other words, your grasses, and thereby increase soil fertility. So regenerative farmer Joel Salatin, he cited the following statistic. For every 1% increase in soil carbon, the soil can, on average, hold 20,000 more gallons of water per acre. So greater water storage, that's going to mean greater growth of plants and grasses and more resilience in times of drought. So cow manure also provides a rich store of fertilizers the soil needs. So the cows are not mere consumers of the plant material, they give back. So you may notice that the tallest, freshest grasses are growing around or up through cow manure. Off you can see where a cow patty will be in the field, even in tall grasses, by the tall ring of grass growth around it. And it goes without saying, cows are an excellent source of food security on a farm for a family as well. So don't be fooled by the propaganda. Cows are not part of the curse.